Chat Time with Chunk and Cucumber and your host, Dino.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning.
Well,
everybody.
good morning. Welcome to chat. That was a really muted word. I don't know why.
What?
I don't know. Good morning. Welcome to chat time.
Just judging. Go on.
Rude. My name is Dino. I'm your host, as always. And with me is Cucumber.
Hello. It's
Yeah.
my show now. Fuck Chunk.
Yeah, fuck Chunk. He's supposed to be here. Anyways, we have our special guest today, Brimstone.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys?
Yo.
Hello.
Yo, finally, Brimstone's made it to chat time.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm stoked. Wake up, guys. I know it's early there,
Yes, sir.
but get on
Yes,
it,
sir.
get on it. It's time to do it. Oh my.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right,
Ready.
Here we go.
All right.
We're chill. We're good.
All right. Hi. Welcome. Sorry. Stop. Jesus. Before I
So
break
violent.
anything,
I wake up and I choose violence every day.
every day.
Every day. There
I
we
believe
go.
it. But welcome to Chat Time, everybody. We're so excited to have Brimstone with us today. Before we get to know Brimstone, the famous wrestler, actor, and entrepreneur, and all-around great man.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Oh, stop. Let's do. But how do you feel? For those of you that don't know, welcome, by the way. We start every morning with a section where we describe how we're feeling using a category
Yes.
of sorts. So today, in honor of Brimstone, we are going to be, according to how we're feeling today, we're going to be making a wrestler name
Okay.
and a special move
All right.
for that wrestler,
Okay.
according to how you feel today. Whatever you want it to be. You already have one. You said
Oh,
Cucumber.
of course. Of
Of
course.
course, you go for it.
I will be Cucumber Muad'Dib, and I will have a still suit on as my costume, but I'll also have like a little mouse tail and ears because he's known as the little mouse. So I don't want to like straight up steal the IP. I'm gonna merge it a little bit. And my special move would be called the Weirding Way, and I would just I would bark commands at people and be like sit down, and then they'd sit down, and then I'd kick them in the face. That would be my special move.
Wow. Wow.
Because it's not barking into a gun, David Lynch. It's not barking into a gun. It's like the Force. All right, that's my move.
For those of you that didn't already know, Cucumber has a lot of feelings about Dune.
So many. That's most of my feelings, actually.
Most of them are Dune
I'm a
related.
soulless
especially
monster
today.
the rest of the time, but you get me going about Arrakis.
So. I like that you. I just like the idea of a small wrestler with mouse ears and a tail running out, and everybody like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Yeah.
And then you just command them
Like
with
your pain
voice.
is processed through my thigh pads. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good.
Oh man, what about you, Brimstone? You got an idea already?
Well, obviously I am Brimstone, but I'm going to change it up. And since Cucumber is such a little badass over there, he's got me feeling violent and sarcastic. So I'm going to change it all up. I'm going to call myself Sarcasmo, and my finisher is going to be Cease to Be. And I'm just going to bore everybody to death with my sarcasm. I think that's what we're going to do.
Was that a shot?
If it is, I approve.
Hey, that's good.
Shots fired! No, I'm just
Shots
kidding.
I fucking love it.
Listen, I love Cucumber. I love Cucumber. I don't know if you knew this, but Cucumber and I are actually related. I mean, I think he's my mother's brother's cousin's best friend's neighbor's mailman's third cousin removed, something like that. And you can see the resemblance.
I get the Christmas card every year, and let me tell you, you got to hunt for that one.
That's what I'm talking about. Look, we look the same. We got the same things under our eyes going on. You know what I mean?
Sleep
Same
is for the
stylish, good looks. There it is.
Exactly, I believe it. And
we both.
With the way he gets around, I'm sure his family was very similar, so it could be all around there. Everything.
I'm related to everyone.
I look back at my music days. You know what I'm saying? Well, all right. So let's get to Dino. Let's get to
Oh,
Dino.
yeah, right,
We don't
right.
want to get into all that other stuff.
So I am I'm gonna be the dreamer.
Oh,
That's
And literally,
adorable.
I'm gonna be wheeled out to the rig on a bed, still asleep, and when the fight starts, my secret move is gonna be the pillow fight, and I'm just gonna pop up with my eye covering still on, and just like smack somebody with a pillow and just go right back to sleep. But it's gonna be a pillow of rocks.
This is
you
a
know?
missed like Little Nemo title, I think. I like this. I want a pillow match. Pillow match with
match.
Dino.
Yeah.
throw on some bra and panties. It'll be a bra and panty match, and you're ready for WWE.
I've got some on your
Good
sides
to
in the
go.
back, Dino. We're,
You do?
we're ready to go.
Excellent. Not the thongs again, though.
Yeah. Always the thongs.
Anyways,
Cheeks are nothing.
cheeks are nothing. Ryan, did you think of anything?
Let's see. I think I'll go with the Chunkinator.
The Chunkinator?
Yeah.
That could go a few ways, and I'm concerned. What?
Eat stew and jump a lot.
I was just like, I don't know, I feel very like fashionable today, and just like kind of wanting to be all charming and suave, and you know, all the things that Chunk is usually not.
Wow! I was waiting for the shoe to drop.
Wow, way to pick on the guy who's not here. Jeez.
He just like dropped the mic right there. That was ouch.
I was gonna say we're being too nice to Chunk, who's
I
not here to
missed
defend
so many
himself.
move opportunities. I could have done like a Mr. Sacco and like called it Shai Halud. I could have gotten a thumper, like a staff that like, repeatedly beats you in the head. Oh man, oh man, oh man.
Cucumber went too far with this. In his own head, at least.
I'm gonna design this later tonight.
Jace, they got a lot of things in here. James Davis says in my file for WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2010, my created wrestler name is The Hero, and I like to use the last ride as the finishing move. Okay. Also,
What's the last ride?
I don't know.
Basically, it's a power bomb, and once they put him up in the power bomb position, Taker lifts him up and then drops him to real high power bomb.
Oh, I know that one.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what a
It was
power
of
bomb
my
is?
generation when I watched a lot.
There we go. All right.
Granted,
Yeah.
he's been around like a long time. So I guess he's part of every generation.
Pretty much.
Undertaker's finisher, Dan says. Okay, cool. Excellent. Oh, I got an email from Ding T. Great. Don't get distracted, Dino. Pay attention. You have coffee.
Or buy me boba. Pick one.
That's true. So Brimstone, you have done a lot. But I mean, obviously, you're a wrestler. That's awesome. I've never known an actual pro wrestler before. So this is really exciting for me because I need my cousins in the face wrestling all the time, and meeting a real one is probably for the best.
Yeah.
So
I don't know about all that.
I need my cousins in the face in the guise of wrestling because I was like, I'm going to do a wrestling move, and then I'd like knee it in the nose, and they'd start bleeding.
Yeah.
And
When I was
I'd get
in middle
trouble.
school, we used to do like amateur wrestling. Like,
Oh, God.
during nutrition break, we would just beat the shit out of each
Oh
other.
no!
Because like we didn't know how to fake the moves, so we just did the moves, and it was bad, man. Like one kid got his shoulder separated, like it was no joke. People went to the hospital, but we kept doing it because we're fucking stupid. Anyway,
So
Wow. Okay.
yeah, I mean, knowing Cucumber, that explains a lot.
yes.
But what got you into the world of wrestling? Let's start there. Why not? Like, why was that the thing that brought you to? What was that?
I'm out of the first day with the new mouth. I get it. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Still
So
got time
you know.
on
So thankfully, I had been retired from the ring for a few years now, probably about 10 at this point, which is great because my body has felt never felt better. Actually, a lot worse than it has. But that being said, I started my career at 5, on doing child actor work on a couple of big television series, and then later on I went into music. And after when I was in music, I kind of got sick of being in a 5-way marriage. You know what I mean? Kind of like the way Cucumber can't stand Chunk. He wants to get rid of him every once in a while. Like today.
I told you that in confidence.
I'm sorry.
He knows.
But I get sick of being in a 5-way marriage, and the wrestling thing kind of presented itself to me, and I got into it, never thinking that it would be, go to where it went. And here I am now. I mean, 20-something years later, and I've been Brimstone for quite some time. So, from that, I built out my brand, and I'm forever grateful to pro wrestling. But I used to watch, man, just like you guys said, you'd watch it, and you'd see these guys, they're larger than life, they get in the ring. And, for me, it was guys like Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Ultimate Warrior, you know what I mean? These larger than life characters that really just, made their mark. Hulk Hogan, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, who's a good friend of mine years later, and, at the end of the day, it was something that I loved the big show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I also like to hit things. I was a drummer prior, so you know what I mean? As long as I don't abuse my wife, I'm good. You know what I mean? Don't hit the wife, don't hit the kids, beat the snot out of somebody in the ring. I'm all right. You know what I mean? Or pound the drums, So,
It's therapy,
anyway,
that's what it is.
yeah, pretty much. So I always enjoyed the physicality of it, and I also enjoyed the showmanship of it. Just like in drumming, you know what I mean? When I'd be playing, and you're in front of, whether it's hundreds or thousands of people, it doesn't make a difference if there's two people in the room. You know what I mean? It's all the energy that's there. It's the energy from the crowd. It's the energy from what you're doing, and I like being in front of people. I like being in entertainment. So pro wrestling kind of gave me the opportunity to take, what I wanted to do with myself and elevate it. And here I am. So
That is amazing.
It is not for the faint of heart, man. Like, I know a lot of stunt folks, and even they look at wrestlers like, how? Why? How? Like, it's insane. There's so much work that goes into that. And you gotta be like this, like you say, like a larger-than-life character on top of being this insane, like, athlete. And there's a precision to it that I think people don't understand, because, like, if you mess that shit up, somebody could die.
Well, that's the thing. It's, a lot of people like to sleep on wrestlers and pretend like, oh, well, you're just a pro wrestler. You're fake. You guys don't do it for real. Bro, I'm 300 plus pounds. If I'm jumping from the top rope and falling on you, it still hurts. If I'm coming in as a camera right here in front of my face, and I'm coming in with a punch or an elbow or something, I'm making contact. Yeah. So you gotta, you know what I mean? It's also, the fact is if I do it for real, you're going down. You know what I mean? If I really want to hurt you, I'll twist your head right off. I mean, but that being said, it takes more talent to hold yourself back from hurting somebody than it does to actually go ahead and be violent.
It's the Superman mentality. You gotta pull those punches, or the head goes into the sun.
There you go. The sun. Okay. Who would win, Superman versus Goku? What do you think?
Ooh,
Goku.
Probably Goku.
Yeah, I mean, I love soups, but Goku's just like, anytime he hits a limit, he's like, oh, by the way, did I tell you there's another level?
Yeah.
Soups has just he's only got so much solar radiation.
Yeah. Then he can just fucking come back from the dead anyways.
That's
so like
true.
what the he's just got that little halo and everything's fine, you know?
I personally can't stand Superman. I don't know why. I don't hate the character. It's just one of those characters. He's just everything, you know. He's just the perfect superhero, right?
Yeah.
He can't do no wrong. I mean, and he's got all the powers. I mean, come on, man. Like, he can't be defeated. What's the point?
Two best storylines for Superman, though, because I was the same way for a long time. I was like, he's cheap, he always wins, he's the Boy Scout, la la la. But I highly recommend, if you get the chance, read All-Star Superman, because that's like, he's dying, so it's his bucket list. So like you find out what's really important to him. And then Kingdom Come, it's an Elseworlds, but it's gorgeous. All the interior art is Alex Ross. And then it's just like, it's a heavier storyline, because it's like, it's set sort of in the future where Superman has failed and he's mostly retired, and it's him kind of like being convinced to be him again, and it's so good. Both of those are great.
Really?
And those are just like, all right, I get Superman now. I get it.
Yeah, I agree.
Fair
It's
enough.
hard to be relatable. It's hard to relate to Superman unless they do stuff like that where they make him a little bit more human, for lack of a
And I
better
always
word.
like Fleischer's Superman too, when it was still like old school, like leaping tall buildings versus like, hey, fucking immortal who breathes ice and can, do all the things.
Everything.
Yeah. Super
There
ventriloquism,
you go.
official power. Did you know that?
What? Really?
Yep. Super ventriloquism.
Okay.
Poor Superman. Meanwhile, he has to really live a life of solitude, because if he really got with Lois Lane, he would put her right through the wall. You know what I mean? And through the planet, and through everything else. So, I mean, Yeah, I mean, can you imagine her going down? That put a hole right through her head. Anyway, yeah. Listen, you told me you could be dirty on this show, so I
you
just
do
had to
you.
You are right.
All right. Just saying.
There's a whole reason in the Christopher Reeves movie why like they only have him sleep with Lois Lane after he loses his powers, right? Like,
That's a good point.
Yeah.
A horrifically good point.
And then she bounces because he really wasn't that good.
Ain't nothing without those powers.
Man of Steel, my ass. Jesus.
I don't know about all that. Anyway, I digress.
Well, speaking of comic books, you have a comic company.
Yeah. I own Hound Comics Inc. Hound Entertainment Group. What do you call it? My comic Brimstone of the Border Hounds was basically, it was something I wanted to do. From the pro wrestling days, it's the character itself, just taken out of the ring, and the old school persona. Because I come from a land of gimmicks. I was a gimmick guy. Some guys come out, they're just like just their name, and they kind of go with it. I was a gimmick guy. I relied on my gimmick and my brand, and built my brand out that way. And so Brimstone was this guardian of hell, and yada yada yada. So we took everything to do with the character, pulled it out of the ring, put it into a comic book that has nothing to do with pro wrestling whatsoever. And it's been a wonderful experience. And it's funny because I always wanted to be a famous comic book artist, and that was like one of my first passions when I was a kid.
Whoa.
And for me, like I was able to draw, but I couldn't draw the way the guys draw now. But if I practiced, probably. But at the end of the day, I found music, and that became my first instrument. But that being said, everything kind of came full circle, and everything to do with comics kind of just it exploded with Brimstone and the Border Hounds. We were the only independently owned and operated comic sold in every Barnes & Noble and B. Dalton worldwide. What do you call it? We launched in Borders Books before they shut down, then relaunched in Barnes & Noble. And all this stuff, and showing how big my cojones were by doing that, put me in real good graces with my old friend Stan Lee, rest in peace. And what do you call it? I had a lot of guidance from Stan, and I'm the celebrity spokesperson for his foundation. So it was cool. Like for the comic book thing kind of came full circle. Always loved comics. And it was, it's a different way to tell a story. And, I'm always looking for the next natural progression. So, if you're talking about pro wrestlers, like what we said earlier, they're larger than life. They're comic book characters in the ring. Like you said, your people say, oh my God, how do they do that, stuntmen? Oh my God, what do they do? How do they do that? Well, they're larger than life characters. And I felt that it would make a great comic book. And then from the comic book, I flipped it into kids' books, animated series, and all that other stuff, and toys, And it was a beautiful thing. So it's another thing I could just thank wrestling for.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You're not just like living the dream, you're like living all the dreams, and that's so cool. Yeah. Like
I'm the kind of guy that if there's something that I want to do, I just do it. And if it works, I'm super psyched about it. I'm super amped. And if it fails, I'm also super psyched and amped about it, because I use those failures as badges of honor, and I'll take 2 steps back, use those the seeds of failure to plant, the new path to move forward 10 steps. You know what I mean? And, I doesn't matter what I do, I want to put 200% into it and just enjoy life. You know what I mean? Why not enjoy life? So many people get so sucked up into the, like I have to do this and I have to work a 9 to 5, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I have blah, 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 blah. I just want to do whatever I want to do, have fun doing it, bring things into the world, and leave a legacy.
Like that itself is the dream, to just be able to do what you want to do. And as creatives, we can all understand that. We just want to do what the fuck we want to do and pray that it makes us money, right? Like,
and you know what? It takes time, but you work hard, you make it happen. You know what I mean? That's it. You work hard, you make it happen. At the end of the day, it's just you build it for yourself, and people will come. You know, sometimes it's not always the good people. Sometimes it's the jackasses and the haters, and I'm sure you guys get them too. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, at least they're paying attention. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I started off with the studio only about a year ago, a little over a year ago now. They've been at it for years before me, and I'm very grateful that I just happened to also like nerdy stuff too and work with some of the guys, and now I get to be part of this cool thing that I never would have imagined. Like, yeah, I love nerdy shit, and I've always wanted to do nerdy shit for money, but I could never do nerdy shit for money because I didn't know how. And now I'm kind of doing nerdy shit. It's money, not, you know, I'm not living on it or anything, but we're doing stuff, and we're making friends, and we're getting to meet cool people, and like that. I never imagined my life would be getting to interview, you know, professional wrestlers or production designers on major television sets and stuff like that. Like I never imagined I would do that shit. Like I was like, oh yeah, I might be a choir teacher when I grow up.
Hey, don't sleep on the choir
Why not
teachers.
do
That's
both?
a great thing.
Do both.
Yeah, well, I discovered it wasn't for me, but
or do the choir teacher, because she's pretty hot. I mean, I have seen her. You know, she's, you know.
I mean, mine. You know, most of mine were older, so I don't know.
So experience is what you're telling me.
That's what I'm talking about. You get them to hit those high notes, you know you're doing a good job.
Oh, man.
When the glass shatters, it's a
I
good
need
time.
me a dope ass logo like that under my name. I need one that's like cucumber.
What would
It's
your
like a
logo
little
look
cucumber
like?
slice over here. It'd be cool.
Your logo would look like a schlong, though, so I don't think it's a good idea.
I think it's perfect advertising. Thank you
That
very
is
much.
right on brand.
That's
I
true.
think.
That's true. 2 tomatoes and a cucumber with the name on the inside.
We have tomatoes, actually. They're gonna. Perfect.
We
Did
have
you see-
tomatoes.
Did you see that Bezos had gone up to into space?
In the dick rocket?
Oh yeah.
In the dick
And
rocket.
a giant
yeah.
Hitachi. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
There's your logo. There you go.
Perfect.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not.
All right.
So you did the acting as a kid, it led you to wrestling. Then the comic book series and the kid. What kind of pushed you towards, like you said, you made like children's book series? Was there something that sparked that progression as well? Because you liked comic books growing up, so that makes sense that you would want to bring your character into that. But what led you into going into the world of like children's entertainment, like going to make kids books?
Well, so I came from children's entertainment. You know what I mean?
That's
first
fair,
and
yeah.
foremost. And then, but you know, I have a very wide demographic of an audience, and you know, since I have a lot of the younger kids, I wanted to make sure that the younger kids, you know, could vibe with their parents who might be readers of the Brimstone and Borderhound series, that they would now know the Border Pups, which are Brimstone and his pals. You know what I mean? They could vibe.
Huh.
So, you know, maybe they're not old enough to read the comics, but they're reading the kids' books, and then they kind of know the same characters, and the parents would be able to vibe and have good chats with the kids. You know what I mean?
I love that.
This is going to sound sarcastic, but it's not. I love the idea of a kid's book about a guardian of hell. That just warms the cockles of my heart. I love it.
And it's what's really funny is like, so we totally downplay the hell part, and we call it the wasteland.
Nice.
And and it's more about the relationships and so forth. The only thing that is hellish about it is Brimstone's half brother is character Orgrathon, and he's, you know, looks devilish with red and the little mini horns, and it's funny because some people just don't realize, and then other people go, "It's Satan! It's Satan! We go away!" You know, it's splashing holy water, and you know, but it's funny. So, and for those of you who don't know, so in the comic, in the kids' book, my father, or the Brimstone's father, is called the Architect, and he's actually the creator of Hell. And Hell is just, to take a step back, all of the afterlives are all competing corporations that are vying for the hottest commodity, which is the soul. So you know what I mean. So the afterlife is not what you think it is. You know, and just because you go into heaven doesn't mean it's a good thing. Just because you go into hell doesn't mean it's a bad thing. So the Architect is basically the creator of Hell, the corporation, and the Architect is actually is based on another one of my good friends who's passed away, Peter Mayhew, which is Chewbacca from Star
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So so Peter was actually going to play the role in the he was going to voice the character in the cartoon, and the cartoon didn't come out as quickly as we would have liked. So here we are. Yeah. It is what it is, but but as so people do know, it's actually based on Peter Mayhew. So if you look at him, you'll see. So so it's what a great guy he was, and it's a good inspiration. And what do you call it? Unfortunately, when you're friends with people that are legends in the industry, they're older, a lot older, and it's unfortunate that you get to spend some time and then you don't. So
yeah.
He was
not
cool,
to bring
man.
it down.
He used to always hang out with the 501st kids and stuff. Like he would just chill with at Comic Cons and stuff. He was just the nicest guy. And he had the dopest cane. He had the coolest cane of all.
Yeah, I have seen that. That's so cool. So I love that you were able to bring this idea of this character that you have and like really expand it into making based like a whole universe of Brimstone.
It's almost as if you could play a game in this universe, Brimstone. It's almost like it could be a TTRPG, perhaps.
Yes, it is. Yes. So Troll Lord Games actually did an RPG of Brimstone and the Borderhounds, and you can actually download it free from my official website, therealbrimstone.com. You can go there. There's 2 different RPGs, and it's all the Castles and Crusades universe, I guess. And I guess however you play it, I know it's different from Castles and Crusades to Dungeons and Dragons, but you know what I mean. So the gameplay is Castles and Crusades, I guess. Is that how you say it? Yeah,
sounds about right. Yeah, that's the system.
You can download it for free.
Yeah, and all the links are currently in the chat.
Yes, check it out. And perhaps in the future we could play it with Brimstone.
Hell yeah.
It'd be fucking awesome.
I definitely. What's really sad is I have no idea how to play those games whatsoever. So
here's the great thing: if you're not running it, all you gotta be able to do is bullshit.
Yep.
So we're gonna be fine. We're all gonna be fine.
I'm perfect for that. I can do that.
Yeah.
All right.
You just say, I want to do this, and then the person in charge says, okay, this is how you do it.
And then it either happens or it doesn't.
Yep.
I want to win the game. Now there we go.
Oh man, you play like us. That's great.
you play
We're
great
constantly
on
trying to win D&D. Hasn't happened
There
yet.
you go.
We keep trying to tell them that it doesn't happen ever.
Shut up, don't tell me what I can't do, Dino.
That's what happens every time.
I'm sure he felt that, Listen, I'm a dad. You get some punny jokes every once in a while.
Hey, go for
Me
it.
too. I got 20-something little ones scattered all about the
Like I
greater
said,
United
he
States.
gets around.
Yeah.
And I was a former Jungle Cruise skipper, so I'm all about puns.
Yeah.
I find that amazing, by the way.
Oh, really? Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
I'm glad. I love that Jungle Cruise is like a timeless thing that everybody can be on board with, and on board. I didn't realize I made that.
Ow.
Wow.
Oh, wait. Do it again. We gotta sell it. We got a professional here.
You got something, kid. You got it. You got it. You got something.
Look at that. I got a logo.
Oh man! Holy shit!
Alrighty.
Ryan, good job. Damn.
Ryan, you forgot the tomatoes, bro. You forgot
Yeah.
the tomatoes.
Sorry.
You just gotta put a versus right there, and we can start selling tickets.
There we go. Not many, but we'll sell some.
Yeah, I'd fucking
People will
for
pay
that
money
shit.
to see someone kick the shit out of me. I guarantee it.
Just see Cucumber flying off the first rope, the
Yep.
top rope. Ah, dang it! He's biting me! He's biting me!
Ouch.
Yeah.
I'll job for you, Cucumber. It's no problem.
Sweet.
Nice. Heath Weimer says, "Made it. Better late than never." Welcome.
Heath.
Nice to see you. Also, I don't know how volume is doing, but I don't have it on
Jimmy
my.
Sussman has a laugh. Everyone's so quiet over in volume. They're all there. They're
Yeah,
just
come on,
like,
volume.
What a nice show.
Doesn't
Like, it's
volume
interactive,
mean
kids.
be loud? Be
Exactly.
loud.
Exactly.
Volume.
For those of you that don't know, we're also streaming on Volume.com, which is another streaming service. So check it out if you haven't already. And for those of you there, thank you for being here. We see you. We want you to be more active and talk to us. Please do. Also,
Just do it.
just
do it.
God damn it. Anyways, so you also have so not only do all this crap, you have in the best
If
way.
you really feel,
Yeah,
Jesus.
jeez.
I use crap as a general term for all these things, not a
Okay.
bad
all the
thing.
things.
Yes.
Okay.
Like I got a lot of crap in my head. Some of it's good, but it's a lot of crap. But you do all this stuff already,
Yeah.
and on top of that, you also have the Grindhouse Radio,
Yeah.
which is your podcast. Tell us about that. How did that come around? What's it about? What do you do with it?
So the Grindhouse Radio is this started about 7 years ago, and right before we actually did our first show, I had been looking into, I travel a lot, I tour a lot. I was like, I need some more excuses to be home, to spend time with my aside from just my family, but I wanted to, kind of make it so this way, instead of touring and making money touring, maybe I'd make a little bit more money at home and doing something on air. So I figured, let me contact all the radio stations that I know. I've known them for years. They've interviewed me many times. I said, look, I have an idea for a show. I would love to be able to do it with you guys. And crickets. I heard nothing but crickets. Kind of like Cucumber and his job offers. And
Truth.
so that being said, I'm never one to take no for an answer. So I looked into internet radio, and some other things didn't work. And with Hound Comics, I had a few interns in there, and a couple of them I said, you guys have some radio background. Would you be interested in maybe doing a show together? And we sat down after hours one day in the office and put a microphone right in the center of a table of one of the desks, computer, and an hour later we were like, wow, we got something here. 7 years later, my interns are now my partners, and we have a very successful show, business, and brand. So really, really excited about it. It's pop culture talk. We have a good time. We have different guests on every single week. Anybody that you have seen on television or in comics or in this and that and the next thing, they're all on the show. TheGrindhouseRadio.com. You go to our guest list, or you can go on IMDb and you'll see all that. And it's a lot of fun. It's great time. I couldn't think of a better way to spend some of my Monday nights, except for in bed with my wife. But that's another story.
Also available at therealbrimstone.com.
Not the sex part.
No.
I have a face for radio, not for adult stuff. But what do you call it? That being said, we also I do Within Brimskin, which comes out on Tuesdays, which is also under the Grindhouse Radio. I do Truly Inconsequential, which is another show I do with one of my co-hosts, Tom Greer. On Wednesdays live at 2 p.m. on all different networks. And then I do Live and Uncuts on Monday nights, and then the show comes out Thursday. But then I also do another show with Dana Pereira called Who Does That Trophy Wife Life. We do Dirty Little Secrets Club, which is a lot of fun. So that's the one that I get to be a little risque and kind of have fun with it. And we get they send us the craziest things and stuff that I don't even want to talk about on the show, because Cucumber, even though he doesn't have ears, he's got, he's childlike, and I don't want to ruin him.
Oh, sir.
Oh
no.
You're innocent.
Oh, that's adorable. No, I'm a fucking monster.
There we go. So to give you an example, we had one person, I know Dana's been talking about it on a couple of different shows. We have one person who wrote in, and she followed up after our first episode, talking about what she sent us, and she basically uses jalapenos, cuts them open, gets it all over her fingers, and then pleasures herself with the yeah. That's one of them. Then we've got another guy who what do you call it? Which is an interesting one. Is he apparently he's married. He's got a wife. But then he has a guy friend that every time they go to the gym and they're in the hot box, they wind up, going at it in there together. And, he says, but I'm not gay. So I said, no, you're not gay, you're bi, and that's okay. Yeah. But you should probably tell your wife because you're cheating on her.
It doesn't matter that it's the same sex. It's still the same act.
And it's funny. So and we're very so. I don't care what your kink is, you know what I mean? Like, and that it's awesome. I support whatever people want to do, but we talk about it, we have some fun about it, and then we've become like Dear Abby and Ann Landers. It's hilarious because now people are sending things in asking for our advice, and I just think it's so funny. And it's a show completely different than what I do with Grindhouse, and it's not on the GHR network. It's just another show that I do, and it's just so much fun, and I enjoy the hell out of it. So.
That sounds like a blast. And also, I agree. Whatever kink you want to have, that's great. But also,
I yuck no yums.
I think I reserve the right to also say that sounds ridiculous. But enjoy it. I'm never going to tell you not to do it.
Yeah,
but
fun. Live your life.
Also, what does that lady's, business smell like after all the jalapenos?
I don't know.
I'm just saying, if you eat a lot of jalapenos, you have bad breath. So
I don't know. Ask Cucumber. I mean, I'm sure he's been there.
I do live in a beautiful life of vegetables, so I think it's not too bad. Hey, Chris Brown. Mr. Volume himself. What a time to walk in, Chris.
Mr. Volume, welcome.
Classy coffee, classy
Ooh,
coffee.
look at that. Wow. Yeah. And I got my fancy paper cup.
There we go. I could have done the red Solo cup, but I really didn't want to go that route. This is too classy of a show for that. I didn't want to make that work.
That's very fair. We covered your podcast, we covered your comic book series, we covered the kids series, we covered the wrestling. Is there anything that you are anything you're working on right now that you're excited for, that you can talk about? Anything recently that came out that I have not yet mentioned for some reason?
I mean, there's so many different things going on. I have a couple of different video games that I'm working on currently, doing voice work for a couple different animated series I'm doing voice work for. One of them being, which is really, really cool. It's called Serial Killers. I'm doing the main role on that. I'm the lead, and I play Terror T, which is their version of Tony the Tiger from Frosted Flakes. And what do you call it? So it's not only an old school fighter, in terms of the video game, but it's also an animated series. So that one's a lot of fun. I've got some things for a couple of the big networks going on. I have I'm playing a couple of I'm doing a couple of things with my buddy Greg Sipes for Donut Baby is the name of that series. What do you call it? If you don't know Greg Sipes is right around the corner from you guys, but what do you call it? He does Beast Boy on Teen Titans.
And that's cool.
Yeah, what do you call it? I've got, oh my goodness, The Search for the Lost Weld. I'm doing Lord Scalacron, which is a really cool video game. I have a television series that I'm about to start filming. It is with my son. I can't talk any further than that, but that's a really cool thing. And then my little one, my 10-year-old, just auditioned and got a spot doing a minor role voice work in one of the video games I'm working with, and I can't say which one.
Crap!
But, because
I barely put my pants on today. Like I'm.
Yeah,
it's true. We're not completely there yet. It's fine.
It's a lot of fun, man. I've got a lot of cool things going on. Grindhouse just won another couple of awards, which is awesome. I couldn't be prouder of my team and everything that we do. We work hard and we try to play harder. And we've got some new toys coming out, some collectibles, and man,
you gotta get a Brimstone for the wall.
I'll send you
Oh, yeah.
guys one. I'll send you one of those. Yeah, yeah. We have a lot of
honored.
fun, man. And but we work hard. So if you work hard, you can you can play hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's some people in the chat. So Vicky
yeah.
from Volume says, "When do you sleep?" with about 13 question marks.
I don't, which is why I have these things under my
Amen,
eyes like
brother.
cucumber.
Amen.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Hardliner says, surprised Brimstone isn't on Twitch. Are you on Twitch?
I am, but I have not promoted it at all, and I don't do anything on it. I have like no followers on there because I haven't done anything. So I'm like, all right, well, I put it on there, and everybody's telling me, oh, you got to do it, and people will love it, and I'm just like, it's just another thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm very very heavy on Instagram, so I really spend a lot of my time on Instagram when I'm doing any social media. But maybe I'll start doing Twitch sometimes. I set it up. I had it all set up, and it's like, but now I got to do something with it.
Yeah.
And it's like, if it's not bringing in, revenue, or if it's not, something that I really want to do, I'm just kind of like, And I'd love to do it, and I want to play, I'd love to play games. Viking Vengeance just dropped a couple of months ago, which I voiced Wotan in, and I was like, all right, well, I'll stream that, and I'll do that on what do you call it? It's on Steam. It's available now on Steam, and I would have, I wanted to stream that. And I'm just like, yeah, but I don't have the time to sit and play the video games. That's what it comes down to. It's like, yeah, it's work, but it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I have enough time to like update my games now, but then I never get to play them. Like
Yeah.
summer games and
Right.
Overwatch, I'm like, cool, it's updated. Have fun sitting in there,
Yeah.
unopened. Great.
My Animal
Yeah.
Crossing, every time I open it, the cockroaches are running around.
No.
You gotta go squash them. Yeah.
I haven't even looked at my island in probably almost a year
Oh,
now.
I'm sure it's barren, or
Oh,
all
yeah.
of my villagers are dead or something. Like,
Yeah.
Could you imagine if they had like a death mechanic and just come back? It's just
There's rotting corpses.
horses.
There's crows.
One day they'll do that.
that.
Not Nintendo. Nintendo won't do it.
No, fuck
Nintendo's
no.
too PC for that. Yeah, no.
But they got a lot of
God
third-party stuff now on Switch, so who knows?
The folks on Volume say come to Volume. It's like they work there or something. But yeah, I mean, Volume's great. It's super fun. It's actually, since you're a musician, you could totally do your music stuff on Volume. It's designed for musicians. We just do a chat show there because we're obnoxious and we don't like to follow rules. But it's
Really?
yeah, it's a good time.
Very cool. I also in my very little free time, I manage a young singer-songwriter, Arizona Lindsay, who's pretty awesome. And right now she's in the studio finishing up a track. I have her set up with my buddy DMC from Run DMC, and he's going to be blessing the track, as well as Jimmy DeAnda from the Bullet Boys, old school metal band. And what do you call it? So they're going to both be blessing that track. So I have to touch base with you guys, Volume. Maybe I'll set something up with her. That would be a lot of fun.
Oh, do it.
Oh, yeah, they would love it.
You want to talk to Chris
Hit me
Brown?
up.
He's Mr. Volume himself.
Himself.
Wait,
That's right.
Chris Brown, the Chris Brown?
Yes, but not that Chris Brown.
Chris Brown was absolutely awesome, by the way. I met Chris. I met Chris and Rihanna, and I almost beat the snot out of Kanye West, and that's a completely different story altogether. It was for a Cartoon Network event in Manhattan, and what do you call it? Chris was one of the sweetest dudes I have ever met. Came up to me, introduced himself, and that guy's good cat. So hopefully the Chris Brown at Volume is as cool as Chris Brown in music.
He's a cool dude. Can vouch.
There you go.
Can vouch.
Cool as a cucumber. See what I did there? Cucumber's my boy. You're my boy, Cucumber. You're my boy.
Oh man. Well, we're oh fuck.
How convenient.
You're gonna be branded now. You have no idea. Now you're gonna have shirts. You're gonna have.
Fuck
you're gonna
yeah.
have hats.
I think
you're
someone's
have
gonna sue
socks.
over that one. I don't think that's ours.
Is that? Did you steal that, Ryan? Are we gonna get in trouble?
I altered it.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot more to that logo before.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
But I like the dinosaur. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Badass.
It looks good.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Very nice.
I'm gonna keep this shit.
So three-way match. Is this what we're doing? Ladders,
Making
maybe.
pins. There you go.
Yeah. I'm done. I'm so excited.
I think Cucumber should get that tattooed on his arm. There you go.
Yeah, some heavy stitching. I think it'll look real nice.
Yeah.
And then you can get your logo cucumber, tattooed somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? It'll just be CR when it's short. The whole name when you know what I mean.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
God damn, I'm upset.
I used to want to get like a really condensed tattoo like on my arm, and then like as I got older and my skin started to sag, then you would finally see it be like this slow reveal over time.
It's like when they write the
pretty
words
funny.
really long and you have to like bring the paper like to the
exactly
side to, like, see it.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh
They
my
have some
God.
crazy tats now where it's like 3D, where one is done in red, one is done in blue, and if you're wearing the 3D glasses, you only see, the red if you close the one eye, and then you see only the blue one if you close. It's the weirdest thing. So you have two
that's cool.
tattoos that are like in one. It's insane.
I've seen huge murals like that too. It's just like I love that effect. It's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
we
interesting.
need to bring 3D glasses back.
I still think that you guys should expand Cucumber's, feltiness and, make sure that it's long enough for, Cucumber. You know what I'm saying? The logo.
Oh, I think you guys can't see it, but it's fine. It's fine the way it is. Just do it. Anyway,
I don't want to see it. I didn't ask. And the fact that you know about it scares me a little bit, I mean, if you go that route, if you go that way, it's okay. I support. I'm with you. I appreciate that. And but again,
You just buy it. Just admit it. It's fine. We're just talking about this. It's all good.
this is gonna go on the
I mean,
OnlyFans.
technically, Cucumber. It's not by. It's pie because technically you're a puppet. So you know what I mean. That means
okay.
you just have a thing for puppets. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
Felted friend, sir.
You said the P word and it upset him.
All right. So you want me to say Muppet instead? I mean,
Whoa! You want to get sued? What are you doing?
Well, that's why I said puppet. What do you want me to say?
Felted friend.
Felted friend.
Felted friend. Okay. Well,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sorry. I
That's
apologize.
all right. Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one.
So since he's a felted friend, it's a phi. There you go.
Michi says, "Did
You're
you just
five.
casually name drop Run DMC?" This dude knows everybody, of course.
Yeah, it's fucking Brimstone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know too many
That's the
people.
full title.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a fucking Brimstone. That's
Dude, man, felted friend. I feel bad now. I insulted Cucumber. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's
Don't
all
worry,
right.
we insult
Just
Cucumber
my
all the time.
people, not me personally. It's all good.
Okay. Oh, I apologize. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
Go
gonna
back to
I'm gonna
insulting
get
him personally,
I'm gonna
and
get
then we're
sued later on. I'm gonna get a cease and desist. Felted friend only, sir. All right.
Oh man. So we did ask you for a couple things here, and so let's get to know you a little bit more with the segment we call "One of These Is Bullshit."
All right.
For some reason, the email won't zoom in, so I'm gonna look real close to this thing. What the fuck?
I
It's
love the
really
face.
small.
Your facial expression was just key. That was just absolutely amazing. There we go.
So one of these is bullshit is our version of Two Truths and a Lie, and by our version I mean it's Two Truths and a Lie. We just call it something different. So
We're
have
special.
we're special. So I have Two Truths and a Lie from Brimstone, and Brim, we don't know the answer, or at least I don't know the answer. So I'm gonna read all three out, and we're gonna have the chat decide what they think the lie is. We're gonna put a straw poll in the chat.
It's already there.
It's already there. We're gonna put the straw poll in the chat. Go ahead and vote for which one you think is the lie.
It's already up.
Yes. Let's see.
Take your time, Dino.
Shut up. One. Okay. All right. Here we go. One of my first co-stars was Big Bird.
Aw.
I absolutely love chopped liver. It's one of my favorite treats. My first entrepreneurial venture was an adult novelty product.
Hot damn.
Was it a cucumber?
It was a jalapeno.
It was a whole.
Just a pack of
On a
jalapenos.
steak. On a steak.
Let's see. Big
Oh,
Bird
man.
is awesome. I do love Big Bird. I feel like that's possible. I think he makes a lot of appearances. He's all over the place. Carol Spinney plus Van Vogel. Like the dude was everywhere for a while.
Yeah, that's true.
And then we got Adult novelty product. That's the one I want to be true, but I don't know if it is true. And I personally love liver, so I am on board with that one as a true. I think it's delicious.
Look at that poker face.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
doing great. I'm gonna say it's liver. I'm gonna say it's liver.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't like it chopped. Maybe he likes it whole. I don't know. I gotta. Man, I want to say, because I feel like he's like an Uber entrepreneur, so I feel like he would have tried. He would have tried the novelty product.
You're not getting anything out of me, Cucumber.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Man, you don't know. You don't know.
I'm not giving you anything.
Shit. Okay, I'm gonna say Big Bird. Because I
Big
feel
Bird?
like that's the most likely to be true somehow. So I feel like it must be the lie.
Ah, I see. So that's a weird way to get there.
Yep.
It's the most likely to be
Feints
true,
within
so
feints
it
within
has to be
feints.
false. We got a novelty product is winning as far as who they think is. Oh, now we got a tie.
Chopped liver's starting to
Yeah.
catch up there. Chopped liver's taking the lead.
Oh no,
You guys don't understand how good liver is. It's fucking delicious. It
I
is.
disagree.
No, I love organ meats, and I don't know why. Probably malnourished.
this I've heard about you.
most likely.
So they're
love
trying to figure
organ
out which
meats.
the lie is, correct? They're trying to figure out which one is the lie.
Yeah. So they're voting which one do they think the lie is right now. 4 for liver, 3 for
Whoop.
adult product. Ooh,
Bouncing
now we're
back.
tied 4-4, and then 1 for Big Bird.
Bam, 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 bam.
Was that you? Did you vote?
No, I
Okay.
didn't. I didn't vote. So it's really
Yep.
2. For
Mitchie latched on to the same thing I did. I love organ meats.
I mean, they're good. They're good. I like a good irony taste. Do you ever have haggis, Dino?
Cucumber, it's a dick joke.
I understand.
Okay.
Listen, I swim in the sea of dick jokes. Trust me, I know when they're lapping at my face, Dino.
That's also good.
It's the dick joke.
Lapping at my face. That's
right.
uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. That's what
It's like one of those bouncy houses that has the things that you run through.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
The fun house with the like punching bags that you got. God. Oh, okay. I think we got everybody in there. So it's a tie right now between liver and adult novelty product. Brim, I'm gonna have you choose one of the truths and tell us about that.
So one of my first co-stars was Big Bird. But my first appearance on television was for Sesame Street.
Oh yeah,
And,
you're a cat actor. Damn it!
Yeah. So I started my career on Sesame Street, and actually Carol Spinney was a friend of mine, and we reconnected years later at the Great Philadelphia Comic Con, and we did the promoter surprised me, and we wound up doing a PBS channel deal together. Speedy
fun.
Delivery from and Big Bird and myself. So.
Aww. Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah, Carol Spinney.
I'm very familiar with Felted Friends.
Oh good.
Very familiar.
Yeah. Carol's a gentle soul, man. Cool
Yeah.
dude.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, so it's not Big Bird. So here's
Not
where we
Big
find
Bird.
the real issue here. So we got a tie between these two. So go. Which one is the truth?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Well, what are you guys? Aren't you the tiebreaker here?
Oh, we're going
All right,
tiebreaker.
I'm
is that what? Okay.
I'm gonna say.
I want to see
Well, I
if you
still
guys
think
get it
liver.
right.
Liver was my vote.
I'm gonna say adult novelty product then.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I fucking hate chopped liver.
Yeah.
It is the most disgusting thing on the planet. And if my wife eats it, I won't let her kiss me for a month. I just want nothing to do with chopped liver. It is nasty as sin,
No, it is so
I
good.
want nothing to do with it.
It's delicious.
Gotta have it at the
So-
626 night market.
Oh, what?
Ugh.
That's not. Well, that's like chicken livers. That's like gizzards and stuff. No, we're talking like a good old beef liver.
Beef
The texture,
Yeah.
the look, the smell. It's like stank, man.
You gotta
Oh,
sear it
it's like-
right, and some bacon
No.
grease, some mushrooms. Oh, onions. Oh yeah,
You enjoy that.
I will.
You and your organ meats.
That's right.
Yeah.
Haggis
No,
forever.
I mean, is it all meat an organ?
I mean,
Technically.
I guess. So I guess offal.
Internal
I don't
work?
know how to actually say that word. Is it offal? Awful?
Oh,
Awful.
So
go with awful.
the pluck is the other term for it. The internal organ meats, the squishy bits,
The
the
squishy bits.
processors,
Yeah.
The squishy bits. Listen, he lives in a sea of dick jokes. So
Yeah, that's
I
right.
do.
So I'm assuming you want to know the story about the what do you call it? About the
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely,
sure.
we do.
So when I was around 17, my friend John, who we both went to private school together, and his girlfriend at the time, her father was a doctor, and he was doing side work for him, and one of the things he had to do was go out and find the best numbers for like the latex gloves and so forth. So he had been looking, and he found in Malaysia there were the latex gloves, but they also had condoms and other things. And he said to me, he goes, they have condoms and they're so cheap. If we buy a lot of 10,000 or 30,000, whatever it was, it comes down to like 2 or 3 cents a piece. I'm like, we need to do something with it, because we were both horn dogs back when. So that being said, I was like, let's do something with it. And he's like, well, what do you want to do? I go, let's do some kind of an adult novelty. And he laughed. He goes, what do you have in mind? So I said, you can already get the gloves. We can get the condoms. Let's put together a thing, and let's name it Dr. Peckerhead's Let's Play Dr. Sex Kit. And and Dr. Peckerhead's Let's Play Dr. Sex Kit was a box with 2 labels on it that I designed, and I designed the character real quick. It was a funny looking thing. I made a little instruction manual for the inside, which was very, make sure you cover your full thermometer and blah 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 and yada yada yada. But they could actually use the gloves. They could use the they could use the condoms, and it also came with a face mask. So if anybody did have a smelly vagina, like the like what we were talking about earlier, you were covered. You were covered. But anyway, we actually took those. First I sold them to all the adult novelty shops that were in my area on Long Island, as well as Manhattan. And then I went into Spencer's and a place called World Imports at the time, which they were in all the malls. So I started selling them by the hundreds to all of these different places. And the reason why we stopped, because we had other things. I was going to do Dr. Peckerhead's self-masturbation kit for men and women, and all this other stuff. And, we were going to do the condoms separately. But then my buddy had gone to college. He went to Penn State. And his parents, I guess, didn't realize what was going on. I don't know if he didn't tell them or whatever it was.
Oh, no.
All the stuff was at the house. They threw it all out. So I was like...
No.
And then he wasn't dating the girl anymore, and it is what it is. But so that ended with a bang. Get it? Anyway, but it was huge. It was all the women were buying them in droves for the bachelorette parties. So I made good money with it. But that was my first entrepreneurial experience.
That's awesome.
That's
I love that, Dr.
fantastic.
Peckerhead.
Yeah.
That's a good character name. I love that.
When we're off air, I'll grab the box and show you guys one of the boxes.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm rife with potential now.
Oh no. Well, now that we learned a little too much more about Cucumber, let's invite our wonderful resident of all things,
Yay!
Dr. Know-It-All. Scooby-Doo. We don't know that. So
No one else could hear it, Dino.
That's fair.
Just for you.
Oh, were we muted through that?
Yeah, because it plays the song.
Nope.
No, they can hear me?
Yes.
They hear me every time I do that bullshit? We've been doing this for like a year and nobody's
He's
told
always
me that
thought
shit.
that only we could hear him doing the fake transition music.
Yeah, I thought, oh, damn it. Fucking A. All right, cool, great, awesome.
I legitimately thought you knew that.
No, I just thought like whenever the interstitials went, it muted our mics and then they came back on.
Overlay.
Fuck me.
See,
All right.
Mitchie says we just assumed you liked doing that.
I do like doing that, but I thought it was just for us. I thought it was just for us, Dino. I thought it was just for us, Brimstone. I didn't know.
I didn't know. Oh God. So, Dr. Know-It-All is our wonderful resident of all things and a multi-headed genius. Today, Dr. Know-It-All's heads look like, let's see how we're going to go this way. They look like Brimstone, Cucumber, and Ryan's top of the head there.
There it is.
There it is. So Dr. Know-It-All will take your questions of advice. So anything you want to know from Dr. Know-It-All, put it in the chat. Whether it's advice or you're curious about something, let us know what it is, and Dr. Know-It-All will answer one head at a time, one word at a time, until an answer has been given completely. Does that make sense, Brim?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, gotcha. That's all we need.
That's
all
the
we
attitude we love.
Yes.
Perfect.
I got it.
Yeah. And Dr. Know-It-All, if you could please put some of the question in your answer so we know what you're talking about. And then also, once an answer has been given, bow your heads, and we will know that the answer is done. It's a lot of fun. One word at a time. Super simple.
Keep selling it. Keep selling it.
Keep selling it. I'm just waiting for questions to get out in the chat.
That's
mostly
it.
what it is.
Hey, guys, ask questions.
Questions.
Yeah,
I mean, you can use Mitchie's as a Dr. Know-It-All question. Is Ryan having a bad hair day?
So there we go. Dr. Know-It-All. Let's do that order. So we'll start. Brim, you're gonna start. So you just get the first word, and remember, part of the question is part of the answer. So you can throw that in there. You've done interviews.
And the question is Ryan having a bad hair day?
Yeah. So we'll say that. Dr. Know-It-All, is Ryan having a bad hair day?
Yes.
Ryan.
That's it.
Oh,
He's
bam. Fucking one and done.
yes, done.
Sorry.
Oh, dear.
I love
Sorry,
it. I love
Cucumber. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
but,
it's all good.
It's okay, buddy.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't touch me.
Sorry.
Jesus. We got one from Jeff here. Dr. Know-It-All, does ketchup go on hot dogs?
Yes.
Let's make this a little longer.
We gotta get through it. Because.
Yes, because. There we go.
It.
Yes, because it.
Oh. Isn't there 4 of us?
No, just I'm not doing
Is.
it. Yeah.
Oh, is.
Well, delicious.
Always.
Use.
Protection.
With.
Cucumber.
Cucumber, what the fuck are you using in bed? Damn it.
Anything I can, Dino. Anything I can.
Do you have volume up on there too?
I do not.
I do.
Okay.
All right, so here's one from
Listen,
volume. From
Cucumber's
Jimmy.
rib. Cucumber's rib for your protection. I mean, for your pleasure.
And for your protection.
Mitchie says, yes, and.
So Jimmy asks, Dr. Know-It-All, how did the chicken cross the road?
2.
Yeah.
How or why?
How?
Oh. He.
Crossed
Road.
by
Using.
A.
scooter.
Howard.
Baseball bat.
And
Was.
Happy.
until
Struck.
Cucumber.
there's another one from volume. This is from Vicky. As if you were hired as McCormick's new head of taco relations, what would you do?
Taco relation.
Taco relations.
I.
Would.
Of course. No. Shit.
Wow, bud.
That's a lot of words, Ryan.
I know.
I would.
Is of course one word?
Nope.
No.
Oh.
Just say of, Ryan. Just say of. Course.
Thank you, Grim. Thanks, Grim.
Institute. No, implement.
Tuesdays.
Okay, too late, I said it. What?
Tuesdays.
As.
Taco. Taco.
Tournament.
What did he say? Tournament?
Tournament. Taco
In
tournament.
Tuesdays is taco tournaments.
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays, there's Taco Tournament Tuesdays. There it is.
All right. Mitchie's got a question over here in the YouTube.
Oh, Bard's got one before that.
Oh, did I miss one? Mm-hmm. There it is. So Dr. Know-It-All, what is your opinion on the U.S. federal tax system?
Jesus.
Jesus.
Getting political here, huh?
I guess so.
I
Hate
The
federal
tax.
system.
a lot.
Good enough. That's it. Frustration.
You
that's
told
all
me
we
to
have.
do it. That's what you said. You bow your head. So I'm just doing what you told me to do.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yes, sir. Please don't hurt.
Oh man, Mitchie's got one here. Dr. Know-It-All, how do I get my life back together? Don't we all want to know that?
Go
Buy
Lots
of
Peckerhead.
products.
quick.
Go!
No! Hurry!
Shit. Okay. Oh my God. Do we have any more from Volume?
Nope, everyone's just
It's great.
agreeing.
Everyone's just agreeing. Got it.
Agreeing loudly and aggressively.
Agreeing loudly and aggressively. I like it.
There we go.
Well, Dr. Know-It-All, thank you so much for all your advice. Don't forget to buy Peckerhead products at your local store.
Doctor. He's a he
Dr.
earned that
Peckerhead. Sorry,
title.
Dr. Peckerhead.
Doctor. You earned that title.
He did. I don't want to know how, but he earned it.
It's not a medical degree at all.
Not at all. But thank you, Dr. Know-It-All, for all of your advice. Yay! We did it. He survived. He survived Dr. Know-It-All.
Yay.
It was hard to hear Ryan. That's why, like, because you can't see his face. You only see the top of his head.
Yeah,
Yep.
There we go.
we like it that way.
So, kind of like in Home
You just gotta like
Improvement.
yap
you know?
with the brim of your hat. That's what you gotta do. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Perfect.
There you go. Good job.
Hey, watch that use of brim. That's intellectual property
Oh,
right
you're
there.
right.
You're right. Sorry.
Lid.
Don't mess with my IP. There you go. That's okay.
I'm gonna call myself Lid Rock.
Lid Rock.
My name is Lee.
God damn it. Brim, such a pleasure having you on the show today. We're gonna drop all the socials and everything on the chat again, so please show some love to Brim. I'm really pretty sure Hardliner threw out the Twitch as well. So if you want to give it a follow,
Yeah.
just in case something happens
In
soon
case.
with it,
Then
yeah,
we're ready.
be ready for it.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Vicky, thank you
Yeah.
for the amps.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just and get your kid involved in it. I'm sure they'd love to be part of that, playing video games with you on Twitch and stuff.
Yeah. They're all ready to do it. It's just like I have to have the time.
Oh yeah,
I have to
absolutely,
have the time.
absolutely.
Yeah, we set it up actually in the studio at Grindhouse. So we have like a huge screen and everything's ready to go, and we built this monster of a computer, and I'm just lazy, I guess.
Well, I'm lazy. I don't think is the right
Yeah.
word for it.
Busy. Boy.
Busy.
But I definitely want to hang with you guys when I come down to California.
Yeah,
next.
man.
Please let us
hopefully-
know.
Come on down.
Love to come down.
Yeah, if you give us enough warning, maybe we can set up that game and have it ready for you. We can play it live on the air and everything.
That'd be awesome.
Sounds good.
Play in the
Yeah.
A
tavern.
lot of fun. You
Yeah.
guys totally kick my ass. It'll be awesome. And then I'll
it's
lay
all
down
fun
to
and
you.
Usually
Cover.
collaborative, but that's fine.
We'll see.
Do it. I'll
Okay.
bet you.
Usually.
I'll make. I'll tap out for Cucumber. We'll make something work there.
Yeah.
It's a good skit.
Oh man, that'd be funny. But yeah, so please show Brim some love. Follow everything. Check out Grindhouse Radio. All those shows, including the Dirty Little Secrets show, that sounds awesome. I'm gonna check that out for sure.
Yeah.
But Brim, anything you want to leave on? Anything you want to let the people know? Anything you want to say to them before we leave?
Again, what do you call it? Please hit me up on all social media. I love to hear from people. I always engage when you're getting something back on Instagram. It's me. It's not my wife. It's not my intern. It's not my assistant. It's me. I like to respond to everybody personally. So please make sure to hit me up there. Check us out. Like I said, on the Grindhouse Radio would be awesome. And one last thing, if nothing else, be good to each other. The world out there is such an awful place sometimes, and it's and right now we really need people caring about one another. And I really urge people to go out there and just do the right thing, give back to the community, help people that need help, and let's get this world back together again.
Agreed. Thank you for that. I love that. That's an
Yeah.
excellent message. So be good to each other. Bye, Dr. Peckerhead. And no, kidding. No, but thank you,
Take that
Brim.
stock to the moon.
Thank you so much, Brim. I agree. Let's spread some more joy, more goodness on the world, even if it means we got to swim through a sea of dick jokes first to get there.
My breaststroke is incredible.
Oh God.
See how he switched?
Oh man, on a dime.
Switched it up. You should have went with the breaststrokes before. They're more supple.
Let's get the hell out of here.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Oh, wait. Don't leave just yet.
All
if you
right.
think we're worth at least $1 of your time, join our Patreon. Look at all those. You can be one of our Patreon producers like Lee Huddlemeyer and Option Delete.
Yes.
Or one of our associate producers.
Yes,
like...
read slower so the names can catch. Like Brittany Stratford, Jesse Gillespie, I'm Jason O'Dowd, and Michi909. Special shout out to all of our Felted family and friends. We very much appreciate all the support. Keeps the light on, keeps the rent paid, and all that stuff allows us to continue to create great shows for you guys. So thank you so much for your support. If you join at tiers 3 and above, you can get yourself a beautiful enamel pin as pictured right here on my Twitter. Every 3 consecutive months you'll get a new pin. So the chunk ones have gone out, the cucumber ones, the me ones are on the way. So the rage pins are on their way in. That's about all I got. Make sure you join us tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Dino's gonna run another one-shot with a bunch of new friends. And that's all we're gonna say about that. But I will say we are playing a game, and the game is called Sexy Battle Wizards. So
with Dick Sword!
With Dick Sword, everybody! Dick Sword. Dick Sword's not playing the
No,
game.
Dick Sword,
He's just
no, he's just
he's a supporter.
But yeah, come see Sexy Battle Wizards. I had a lot of fun last Friday, and I liked interacting with y'all on chat. So join me. Hopefully this one will go just as well. Yes, tomorrow night, tell your friends. Twitch, checkmark, partners.
Yeah.
And
that was a sentence.
was
All right,
words.
yeah. Well, we'll see. Thank you so much, Brimstone.
thank you so much, Brim. Show them some love.
Honor and a privilege, guys. Thanks so much for having me.
Our pleasure, buddy. Thank you, friends. We'll see you next time. See you tomorrow. Bye.